Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Gridcenter. We missed a week due to some technical difficulties, but hopefully we've got them all worked out. We had some good stuff. We had a whole breakdown of each conference. We did one separate show for each conference, and rankings and recaps and stats.
I was extra adorable.
And he was mildly adorable, but definitely built for comfort. And all kind of went to waste. So we're going to kind of streamline this week to hopefully until we get back on track. Once we get back on track, and then especially once rosters get more finalized and all that, we can kind of see what happens. So the only real recap we want to do is there was a game played on Sunday. It was the 50th time that game has been played. Some people call it the Super Bowl.
Drawn a blank.
You may have drawn a blank, but I myself rather loved the day.
Okay.
A certain team happened to play and dabbed all over this motherfucker's nuts.
Whoa, such language.
It's,
my word.
What can I say? All of America thought we were going to get shit on, and we did the shitting. So
I'm happy for your shitting.
Go Broncos.
Go orange and blue.
No, just go Broncos.
Orange and blue.
Just go Broncos. So with that, what we're gonna do is this week or this episode, we're just gonna kind of run through the schedule real quick. We have some spreads. We have a top 15 list of the teams of the league. We're gonna talk about the bum of the week and the star of the week for week 2. All that stuff was kind of wasted from the last week, but you see old Uncle Rico sitting here. That was a present from.
That's a week 1 bum of the week
prize.
prize.
Week 1 bum of the week prize for me, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's what happens when you lose to the Savages.
Yeah, when you are so responsible by throwing a pick 6 to the Savages for no
100-yard pick 6.
104 yards. Well, who's good? But a lot of it was yak. Most of it was yak. So based on that, if these are the kind of sweet things that Mr. Rose here is going to be giving out for Bum of the Week, I'm going to try to win Bum of the Week every week because this is fucking awesome. So what we're going to do is run down the schedule, down the spreads. We've highlighted 3 games, different matchups that we think might stand out above anything else. The spreads were not affected by it being Valentine's Day, which some people may or may not be playing.
We assume you're going to be there.
We assume you'll be there. So quick disclaimer, there won't be any games being filmed unless someone else does it.
Oh yeah, because I'm not going to be
He's not going to be there. I mean, you'll be at your game.
I'll be at my game. That's it.
I'll be at my game when that's it. I won't be available to film any games, so if anyone else wants to get out there and film something, by all means, go for it. With that, we're going to talk about, the Bum of the Week game isn't highlighted. But we'll make a quick mention of it when we get there. Yeah. Because the top performer for the last week, week 2, his game's highlighted. So we'll get to that point. Going on the schedule real quick, we have Aftermath and the Force. This is our lower league highlighted matchup because Aftermath is in the Pac-12 and the Force is playing over Mountain West. They are both undefeated.
Both undefeated.
And we actually have Aftermath favored by 6 points. Led by the veteran leadership of the Rubago brothers, and the potential of maybe some nepotism with isn't Will a part owner of the league?
Possibly, but I'm going to need you to put a definition scroll. You can't use those big words with this league.
I apologize. Well, someone use the Google machine and they can figure it out.
Yeah. Aftermath's winning that game. The Force is the Force.
The Force has seemed like the Force so far. They haven't been very impressive as far as their wins, their points. Aftermath has been scoring.
They're doing okay, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah. So, without really having seen either team actually play, but just knowing who he knows on each team and what they've offered so far, we're actually giving the nod to the old Aftermath. And we'll see how that goes. Running down the list really quick before we get to the next featured game, we have the Bucks in OTF. We have that at -12 for OTF. The Bucks were doormat team last season.
Yeah.
They do have a win this season, but it was against what we believe is this season's doormat team.
Yeah, OTO's getting it together. I think they'll cover.
They have, they've been scoring. They have, some young talent, so they've been putting points up on the board, which is a big thing.
Right.
Air Raid and Superfly.
Can you score?
Can we score? That's the question. Air Raid is an 80-yard field master, but so far, unfortunately, the league plays on a 100-yard field, so that's been a problem. That old red zone has been an issue. So we have Superfly favored by -12. A lot of it has to do with some athletic discrepancies in the rosters, but
I believe in you guys.
we will see what happens.
You're gonna shock the world.
That'd be nice.
Or shock this panel.
Something. Shock something. I'd just be happy if we fucking score.
There you go.
Next up is Sub-Zero and the Beer Leaguers. It'll be Doug Prayer Compton versus
He needs to get those boys to go to church.
something. Sub-Zero, we had a preseason favorite in the Mountain West, and they haven't looked like that so far.
Yeah, no Ja'Cory. They're not really gelling with the new guys, but I think they're still going to win.
Yeah, they should still win. We have them favored by 8. Empire and who are they playing?
Does it matter?
Oh yeah, it's the Doormat team, the Hitman 2.0.
Fuck, they get Hitman.
Right.
Okay,
So-
Empire by a lot. What's the next game?
We got 24. We got a 24.
What's the next game?
Monstars and Phoebe. This game features our bum of the week for week 2,
Mr. Sachs.
Mr. Michael Sachs.
That was a
and
lot of build-up.
His hype and his posting and everything
A
else.
lot of build-up and no nude scene.
And just a lot of nothing but blue balls.
Ah, son of
All
a bitch.
blue balls.
I'll have your prize at the field.
So there'll be something waiting for you, Mr. Michael Sachs.
But who are they playing?
They are playing the QB-less Monstars.
So you should definitely get to redeem yourself.
Right.
But you'll be redeeming yourself with a fancy prize.
We'll see who Monstars use at QB. Anyone watched the video that was done? When their QB went down, it was not a good look on offense.
Oh, man.
So we'll see how it goes. FBI is coming fresh off of prison raping, so they should be back on the saddle. We have them favored by 18. The other game at 11 o'clock is the original Barbershop and Second to None. Neither team played in week 2.
Right.
We haven't seen anything on the Barbershop. We saw Second to None on video. Was not too impressive with what they had.
Yeah. I don't even know. They both only played one game. So
Both only played one
who
game.
the fuck knows?
One team won, one team lost. We gave the edge. We actually given Second to None a 2-touchdown favorite because of hopefully all the attention.
He's got some pieces.
He's got pieces.
He's just got to use them.
All the attention that was put on the misuse of Randall,
Right.
thinking maybe he might actually make an effort to get Randall the ball this time.
He'll feed him the ball this week.
And that we're giving the Randall difference for the 2 touchdowns. Savages against 2 EZZZ. Savages are the Savages. Although I guess I can't say that.
You can't say that, no. I can say it. The Savages are the fucking Savages. They're the refugees. They're the least savage team that there is. I don't know why we allow them to be called the Savages.
Or I thought you were keeping going.
I was sipping. I had to take a sip.
I'm not allowed to speak, so.
Oh, yeah. They dried my mouth
Too
out.
Easy came in, first game. They were a bunch of young
busted,
kids.
Yeah, they busted their nut last week.
Bunch of young kids, athletes, very hype, big roster. Kind of an upset over Superfly, I guess, because Superfly has some veteran players.
Yeah, most definitely was an upset. Let's see if they can do it 2 weeks in a row.
So the consistency is the thing we have to worry about here. So we have the game as a pick'em, just because it's too much unknown. Then we have Transformers and the Barbershop be playing the second of a doubleheader. And Transformers actually surprised a little bit against the Bad Boys. We were both thinking about a 24 to 30 point ass.
I thought it was going to be a blowout.
And they actually held tough. No comments, no jokes, nothing. They actually held their own against the Bad Boys.
They got some ballers on the team. They apparently don't need bears.
They do.
Oh,
no,
okay.
they need bears. But they definitely did better than we expected.
Most definitely.
I think they have some nice pieces. All kidding aside, with the GM of the year and all that.
Yeah, he was shorthanded week 1 and came out with the full squad week 2. He filled those holes super fast.
I mean, Jerome made some good plays with his legs. Honestly, if they had QB and he was more of a receiver running back type, I think they'd be more explosive. But That's not who runs the team. So
Right.
moving on, our next featured game is Gothy Theme versus
Goth Theme?
Second to None. Second to None's second game. We have Gotham favored by a lot, by 16.
Yeah. Gmo, I mean, he's fucking good.
Top
performer.
He was the top performer for week 2. He threw for over 300 yards and
he had like
4
12 touchdowns.
Yeah, 4, 12,
or 4.
something.
It was a lot.
Count them in dog years.
You almost made me choke.
He was a top performer. Now, whether or not he's there this week, we don't know. But based on their defensive stats so far, I mean,
They've got a good squad. Yeah.
Their D line looks like the Broncos right now. They have. They have.
No, you fucking did.
Oh, I did. They have. There are 2 people in the league with 6 sacks apiece, tied for the league lead.
You're right.
They both play for Gotham.
Yeah, you're right.
We have Wormfree.
You can't argue the stats.
Wormfree Lewis and Dex.
Yeah.
Both have
they're
6
getting
sacks.
fucking fed at the soup kitchen.
Well, that's
Anyway.
true. That was a bad game.
Who's next?
Well, there's a featured game.
Sorry, I thought we featured them.
Well, we featured them a little bit.
Okay.
So
Well, you keep featuring.
the question will be, who's QBing for Gotham that week? And
I don't think it matters.
And then, well, is it? I mean, depending on how Randall plays defense. If he's playing a linebacker,
I keep forgetting he's on the fucking team.
well, apparently so does Sherman.
Yeah, goddamn.
So we will see how that
And
plays out.
if Mott shows up.
If Mont shows up, if he's actually there, that's a big difference.
Someone should tell Dante not to show up if he doesn't have Mont.
Yeah, why not?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Now the question will be, will Sherman forget he has Mont too?
There's no way he can.
Well, I don't know.
No. Randall's quiet. Mont is not. If you're not giving Mont the ball, you're gonna know.
That is very true. Mont is not one to shy away from speaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I think if Guillermo, if Gmo is not there, it could make a little bit of a difference. But if he's there, definitely at least we have him minus 16 based on him being there.
Yeah, that's easy.
Next up, we have the Mad Dogs, which is not the Mad Dogs, but the Mad Dogs in the name.
Right.
Bunch of kids had a bunch of points scored week 2 in their first game, upsetting a veteran team in Sub-Zero, and they're playing the Instigators, a team that's coming over. Won their debut in the grid.
Right.
Now they seem to think the division's theirs.
It could be. Who knows?
It could be, but it's one game.
It is just one game.
So we'll see what happens this week. So based on not knowing too much about the young Mad Dogs and what they can do, and the Instigators can be up or down, but they tend to have a lot of close games, so we don't know.
They're a pretty organized team.
They are. They have players. They have veterans. So but we still have it as a pick'em just because the unknown factor of the Mad Dogs team, and there's still not a lot known yet about the Instagators. So. Moving on, we have the Bad Boys and the Sun Devils. Now, this is one of those games that has the potential to not finish.
Right.
And
I don't know the Bad Boys of the.
If you're a betting team, if you're a betting man, and there's a lot of people that watch this that are, you know that the under is the play here. Neither of these teams are very offensive explosive.
Right.
Or however my words may have come out. But neither team is very explosive on offense.
Right.
We actually have this spread at -2, thinking it's going to be like a double overtime, 0-0, 2-point conversion, kind of one of those kind of games.
Right. Both of them will get a lucky score. And
so moving on, we have the Contenders and the Ballhawks in a featured game. Contenders just put it on Phoebe after taking it to Marvel. Ballhawks are they're the Ballhawks.
Right.
The Ballhawks can sometimes they show, sometimes they don't as far as intensity because they're more of a let's get to the playoffs kind of team now.
Right.
Because
until we get there.
and they've earned that because they've done it.
But Dario, he's proven a point every week. Every week he wants to prove a point.
He does, and I believe he's coming back from vacation or something, so he may not be sharp. I don't know. We have it as a pick'em, either way, because it's two talented teams.
Two good teams, right?
Two good teams. Very, very good match.
Easily the game of the week.
Too bad it won't be filmed.
It won't. Well, not by us.
And following the last game on the schedule is Nellis in the Kitchen. What can we say? Both teams don't look very good at all. Because the Kitchens play together longer, we're giving them a 6-point favorite.
Yeah.
What can we do? Alright, quick rankings. Let's go through the rankings real quick. If you have problems with it, put it in the comments. If you don't have a problem with it, oh well. If you do, fuck you.
Rude.
Top 15.
Super Bowl, that's how you get.
Team Marvell. Then the Ball Hawks.
Can we be 1 and 2?
No, you cannot.
No, okay.
I actually have a hard time putting you guys 1
I know
and 2.
you do.
I think you're 1 and 1A or 1 and 1. I don't know. Either way. So then you got the Ball Hawks. Got Theme.
Got Theme is third.
The Contenders. Fibby.
Fibby 5.
Second to 4 or second to 5
Yeah.
because they're down at 6. The Assassins 7.
2 asses.
The Bad Boys at 8. The Monstars at 9, and that's could be lower. We don't know what's going to happen with the QB thing, but they deserve.
Hopefully
to
they
be,
fixed it.
They at least deserve to be there. Sun Devils at 10 for some reason. The Force at 11. Empire and their deep roster at 12. The Transformers at 13. The Original Barbershop at 14. And Nellis at 15. And we gladly left the Kitchen out of the top 15
Soup
because
Kitchen.
their kitchen is busted.
It's a soup kitchen.
That is really all we got. Kind of had a quick rundown. Had to be kind of quick. We will get better each week eventually.
Right.
We're still experimenting with some stuff. And we're not going to lie. We didn't really prepare shit before we came and sat down here. So we're just kind of winging it. Either way, from the Bear Cave, we have the Bear. Whoop whoop. And we have me.
Super Bowl champ.
Reigning, or no longer reigning Bum of the Week.
Right. You got dethroned.
I've been dethroned, and hopefully it will not be picking well. If it's gonna be shit like this, I might be week 3 Bum of the Week.
Fuck, maybe I should get a Bum of the Week crown and it gets passed around.
That would be nice.
Maybe.
We could do something like that. Randy could be Bum of the Season so far because he's statless, I think.
Oh, not my Randy. There's no way.
Well, he's got the fees paid.
Nah.
So, with that being said, good luck to everyone out there for all those that make it.
Deuces.
Love for the Valentine's Day.
Aw.
Hey.